This is the dashboard login screen. There are two authentication paths. At the top, the Continue with Google button and Continue with Facebook. Both implement the standard OAuth 2.0 flow. The front end redirects to the provider, receives the authorization code, the backend exchanges it for user data, and issues its own authentication token with the canonical payload. Below the divider, authentication with your own email and password. The sign-up flow requires mandatory email verification before the account is activated. The password recovery link generates a single-use token that expires in 1 hour and sends a transactional email in the user's configured language. The sign-up link opens the account creation form. Let's take a look. This is the registration form. The first section is Company Information. Here you enter the company name, the website or domain. The second section is User Information, email, role, password, and confirmation. When you submit the form, the backend generates a one-time verification token and triggers a transactional email. Until the user confirms their email, the account stays inactive. We return to login to sign in. On login, the system issues a short-lived access token and a refresh token stored in an HTTP-only cookie. Let's sign in. And here we are on the main owner dashboard with an active session. The framework implements full internationalization with support for 5 languages: Spanish, English, French, Portuguese, and German. The language selector is here at the top right. The front end uses 18 Next with JSON translation files loaded asynchronously per locale. That means the initial bundle does not include every translation. Only the selected language file is fetched on demand. We open the selector. We see all 5 available languages. We switch to English. The entire interface updates instantly without reloading the page. Sidebar menu, titles, form labels, status messages, and tooltips. The change is reactive at the React component level. Now French. Every UI string has its key in the matching locale file. There is no hard-coded copy in components. Everything goes through the translation function. German. The system translates not only the dashboard UI but also transactional emails. When the backend sends a verification, invoice, or password reset email, it reads the user's language and renders the template in that locale. Portuguese. All 5 languages are available in the dashboard UI, the embeddable widget, transactional emails, and the super admin console. Back to English. The language selector persists the preference on the user profile in the database, so on the next login the language loads automatically. This is the agent overview screen. From here the owner gets a complete snapshot of the product status. At the top we see the active plan with its monthly price. This data is fetched in real time from the active Stripe subscription via webhooks. The panel shows total frequently asked questions created, with the maximum allowed for the subscribed plan. The backend policy engine enforces these limits before allowing new content. Each language has its own independent quota. Here we see 200 frequently asked questions in the primary language, English, within the plan limit. The active languages counter shows 5 of 5. Each plan defines how many languages the user can enable. The backend stores them in the tenant configuration table. Further down we find the frequently asked questions breakdown by language with a bar chart. Each bar shows current usage versus the per language cap. In the lower section we see additional plan features, whether the powered by branding is visible or hidden, depending on the tier. The link to view and compare plans connects directly to the subscription view, where the user can upgrade or downgrade through Stripe. Knowledge base is the heart of the product. This is where all frequently asked questions that power the embeddable widget are managed. The Add Question button opens a modal form to create new content. Next to it, Manage Categories groups questions by topic. The system includes bulk import and export in Excel format. The owner can download a template, fill in hundreds of questions, and upload in one shot. They can also export all existing content. The option to delete everything and start fresh is protected with confirmation, and is useful during initial setup. The counters show real-time frequently asked questions usage versus the plan limit. 200 of 200 in English, with 5 active languages. The language filter lets you view content per locale. Each language has its own independent frequently asked questions set. There is also a category filter. Questions appear as expandable cards, with the question visible and the answer collapsed. Each card shows the last updated date. Content supports rich text. Answers can be as detailed as the owner needs, with formatting and links. Agent configuration lets you fully customize the look and behavior of the embeddable widget. The view is split into 2 tabs: General for identity data and Widget texts to customize every string visible in the chat. In General, you set the company or agent name shown as the widget title. Also the notification email for new message alerts. The notification email only activates after verification. The backend sends a verification message using transactional email templates in the user's language. Further down is the Appearance and Branding section. The logo uploads directly and accepts standard image formats. It appears in the embeddable widget header next to the agent name. The primary color defines widget buttons and accents. It is applied through dynamic style variables the widget reads on init. Widget position is bottom right or bottom left. All of this is stored in the tenant database config and consumed via the public configuration endpoint. The installation section provides embed code ready to copy and paste on any website. There are 3 integration options: custom code for any site, Shopify for e-commerce stores, and WooCommerce for WordPress. Each tab shows specific instructions. The snippet is a minified script that loads the widget asynchronously. It includes the unique bot identifier, so the server returns the correct configuration. Paste it before the closing body tag on each page. The widget is served from a dedicated domain and loads without blocking the host page render. Internally, it uses an isolated iframe so it does not interfere with host styles. At the bottom, a help section links to technical support for integration questions. The plans and billing system is fully integrated with Stripe. Each agent has its own independent subscription. The free plan lets you start at no cost, with up to 50 frequently asked questions in one language. The widget shows the framework branding. The starter plan at $29 per month adds basic multi-language with 2 languages and 100 frequently asked questions per language. It includes email support. Scrolling down, we see the current Pro plan marked as active. The Pro plan at $99 per month is the most complete. 200 frequently asked questions per language, 5 languages, hidden branding, and priority support. The button shows this is the current plan. Below is the billing history. Each Stripe payment automatically creates a record here with a downloadable PDF document invoice. Change plan buttons start a Stripe checkout with automatic proration. Upgrades charge the proportional difference. Downgrades apply at the end of the current billing period with a configurable grace period. The owner profile centralizes personal information, preferences, and account security. Under personal information, you set full name, email, and phone. Email requires verification. The backend sends a unique token by mail, and until confirmed, notifications stay off. The company field is the account name shown on invoices and in the Stripe portal. Under Preferences, you set interface language and time zone. The Security section includes 2-factor authentication. When enabled, login requires a temporary code in addition to the password. Linked social accounts are also here. The user can connect Google or Facebook for quick login using OAuth 2.0. Finally, the Danger Zone lets you close the account permanently. That deactivates all owner bots, and data is marked for deletions per the retention policy. Account-level billing consolidates costs across all subscribed products. The estimated monthly total sums active agent subscriptions. $128 in this case, calculated in real time from active Stripe subscriptions. The breakdown shows how many agents the account has, which are paid, and which are free. Also websites with an active subscription. On the right is the payment method on file in Stripe. It shows the last 4 card digits and expiration. The green badge means it is active. Manage Billing opens the Stripe customer portal where the user can change card, download invoices, or cancel subscriptions without back-end involvement. Tax information lets the owner enter billing address and tax details for automatic invoices. The plans and usage per agent table details individual consumption, agent name, plan, monthly cost, frequently asked questions used, and active languages. Each row has actions to manage that agent. The Users module lets you create operators with limited access to specific agents. Create User opens a form to invite a new team member. They get the bot user role with permissions limited to selected agents. The table shows name, email, assigned agents, status, and available actions. Role-based access control ensures each user only sees data for their assigned agents. Each user can be active or deactivated. Deactivation revokes access immediately without deleting the record, so you can reactivate later. Actions include edit permissions and deactivate user. The permission architecture uses authentication tokens with claims that include allowed bot slugs, so the backend validates every request. Finally, the multi-product architecture. One account can have multiple product types, each with its own subscription and independent configuration. In the sidebar, we see support bots, the main product. It includes an agent selector for accounts with more than one. The agent selector switches between instances. Each bot has its own slug, knowledge base, configuration, and Stripe subscription. They are fully independent. My Websites is the second product type. The architecture lets you add new types without touching the core. Register a new product type on plan and subscription. Smart Forms is another product type. Each can have its own plans, prices, and limits in the database through the policy engine. Settings groups global account configuration independent of individual products. My Account centralizes profile, consolidated billing, and user management, all orchestrated under Account as the parent entity and bots as product instances. This is the complete framework. Authentication, multi-tenant, multi-product, Stripe billing, 5-language 118N, embeddable widget, and user management. Production ready. Video you just watched was generated 100% automatically. Our technology autonomously drives a real browser, analyzes each screen's DOM to find interactive elements, and generates technical narration synchronized to the millisecond with on-screen actions. The cursor you saw throughout the demo was not controlled by a human. An AI agent explored each section, wrote the technical script, synthesized the voice, and recorded the video in a coordinated pipeline. No manual editing, no human screen recording, no post-production, just code. If you are interested in this automatic demo video generation technology, contact us.